Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it only lasts for 5 minutes, where a normal Reiki session with me does last more like an hour. Excuse me, frog in my throat. So, for those of you who don't know anything about Reiki, Reiki is universal life force energy that is channeled when you have a Reiki session, or in this case, a Reiki micro session from your Reiki person into you. Hi, Nina. And so the Reiki figures out what is causing blockages and helps to remove those blockages. So Reiki can be used for a lot of things. It can be used, most people know about it, to use it for physical healing, but it's also good for financial things, for helping us manifest things, for relationship improvement. So there's really not a whole lot that Reiki can't help us with. So since I don't know what everybody who watches this video is going to need, what I'm doing is setting the intention for the Reiki to help each of you with whatever it is that is for your highest and best good. And if you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust the intention for yourself. The only caveat here is I want you to keep the Reiki for you, not point it at somebody else. Okay. So, having said all of that, once we finish Reiki, we'll do 5 minutes of questions where I'll pull out my tarot cards and use my psychic abilities and give you some good solid answers that'll help you move forward productively with your life. That will be after the Reiki, though. So for right now, let's just go ahead and get this Reiki started. So we're starting Reiki at 9 after the hour. That means we're going to be finishing it up at 14 after. For anybody who has questions about Reiki, this is a great time to ask those questions. Perfectly happy to answer questions like that while we're doing Reiki. We've already got quite a bit of Reiki going out to some people out there in the world. We've got quite a bit going out to heart chakras. When you have Reiki going out to heart chakras, a lot of times that means that somebody is healing up from some kind of emotional uh, drama or trauma, or sometimes even a saga that's ongoing. But the Reiki is helping to rebalance that heart chakra and bring it into perfect healing. I ask that you save the question for after we're done with Reiki, because I like to really focus on the Reiki during the Reiki time, Nina. Reiki is energy itself, universal life force energy, and so I don't want to be disrespectful to it and walk all over it, if you know what I mean. I hope you understand where I'm coming from there. Bonnie Snow, hello, hello. Glad to see you back in the room, my dear. I love the peace signs with the hand symbol. Peace, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, Nina. I do have people, I'm pretty sure, that show up for my chat sometimes that type that in and then just get it ready to copy and paste whenever I say that we're wrapping up the Reiki and it's time for questions. So if that helps you, if you have a long question or something, that might be an idea. Anybody here have questions about Reiki? This is the time to ask those. We still have 3 minutes left on the Reiki. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. We've got quite a bit of Reiki now, still at the heart chakra, but also quite a bit focused on feet as well at the moment. And feet have to do with, if we're not talking about, something physical, tangible that you're feeling with feet, feet also represent this idea of finding your purpose, whether it's finding your purpose in life in general or finding your purpose for the day. Both of those are impacted as the Reiki goes out to people's feet. And by the way, the Reiki isn't just good for people who are here now, it's also good for people who are here later. So, what I'm feeling may not be something going on with anybody in the room at the moment. It might be something that's happening for someone later. Using your Reiki to heal. I am actually, I set the intention for this morning for my face. I did maybe like 2 minutes worth earlier. I'm having a problem staying really focused. I would like to sit down and just do 15 minutes on it, but hasn't happened yet. I always try to do some kind of Reiki for myself every single day. That was one of the things that I was taught, was that if you're going to be doing Reiki for other people, you should definitely be keeping yourself in shape. So I try to remember to do a little bit for me every day, at least a little bit. We don't have any more minutes of Reiki. We've done 5 minutes of Reiki. Let me wrap this up. You guys start throwing your questions up in the chat box. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes and we will go from there. Excuse me. Happy Saturday, everybody. We are on weekend time. Nina, I know you've got a question. Oh, it is a long one, too. You're in that in between flux. What's going to call my interest? It's a beautiful day here, too. Definitely. All right, let's see. I already cleared my cards before we started the video, so let's take a peek. Spiritual path practice. Within the spiritual path of practice, what will draw Nina's interest the most next? You know, the beautiful thing, Nina, about being in a spiritual practice is there's just so much to learn. And I think the longer you're in it, the more you realize how much more there is to learn. La, da, da, da. It's this never-ending spiral of good stuff, man. Oh, baby. This is funny. So you're in Croatia. Well, welcome from Croatia. I don't know if I've ever had anybody in the room from Croatia before. At least if they were here, they didn't say so. All right, Ms. Nina. I don't know if I want to start at the start or if I want to start at the where Spirit started. Because Spirit kind of gave me the where you're going first and then kind of where you are. So I may just go in circles. We're going to start with where you're going because that's where Spirit started. So basically, you have the Ten of Fire showing up in reverse. To me, this means putting down responsibilities. And as I was looking at this, the word that came to me was relax. And then we have the 10 of Earth showing up. This would be like a 10 of Pentacles. So this talks about security, a happy family, happy home life, and abundance, prosperity as well. And so these two kind of came up as what you're going to be growing into is relaxing into basically your abundance is what I get off the 10 of Earth. This is Now, abundance encompasses a lot of things. It encompasses finances, yes, but it also encompasses relationships and uh, being able to share, being in a very good space. Okay. So that's what I see as far as where your interest is drawing you, whether you're aware that that's where it's leading you yet or not. Kind of sounds like maybe you're not, but here's where you are right now. And I think this is really beautiful too. So we've got the world showing up in reverse. And to me, the world in reverse is like, so for me, the world right side up is the ideal, it's the perfect. So it's like this card comes up for me like if somebody has met the person that they think is their perfect match as far as for romantic partnership for the rest of their life type of thing, or if they have found the perfect car. This can also talk about completion when it's right side up. And so I get both of those meanings on this card, but right now what applies is that sense of ideal, okay? But it came up in reverse, which is telling me that right now, you're feeling like you're not living that ideal life as far as spiritually. You feel like something's missing. It's this, when this comes up, like my keywords for the world in reverse, if you would look at a keyword notebook that I had written, would be close, but no cigar. This is almost exactly what I want, but not quite. So there's something missing, but you're not far from that destination that you're shooting for. Okay. So that's part of right now. Now, you still have two more cards talking about right now. Five of Earth. Now, Five of Earth can talk about feeling left out, like you're not part of the crowd. Um, I think a lot of us who are, excuse me, I think a lot of us who are spiritual practitioners feel like we're not part of the crowd because, let's face it, there's not a tarot reader on every corner. It's not like, you can go down a block and you've got a whole bunch of moms and you've got a whole bunch of people who work at corporate jobs, or you've got a whole bunch of people who work at factories, or you've got a whole bunch of people selling on eBay. You don't have a whole bunch of psychics, when you walk down the street and you're meeting your neighbors. So we do, just by nature of what we do, a lot of times we feel like sort of the oddball out, like we're not a part of the group, we're a part of the crowd. And sometimes that can be a little bit lonely. But this also talks about not feeling like you have enough success, not feeling like you have enough abundance. And I really feel like it's tying in that way much more than the other way, although I think the other way applies too, because we have this card earlier that talks about abundance. So feeling left out, feeling like we don't have enough success or enough abundance, that's where I see you right now. So it naturally goes that if you're feeling like you don't have enough abundance or you don't have enough success right now, that you're close, but you haven't quite hit the mark, then obviously, that's going to be where you end up pulled to. You want to plug the hole. We're always trying to plug the holes in our life. And so we're looking for that next thing that's going to plug the next hole. And then we level up and we start looking at, okay, what's the hole at this level? So that's what I see going on. And then this last card that talks about here is you have the sun. And the sun is enlightenment. The sun is the truth. So this basically is a card that says, yes, you're here. You're in this place where you feel like something's missing as far as your success and your abundance, and possibly socially as well. But you also are in this place where you have the truth, you have the enlightenment, you are a seeker, you're able to find the answers that you need and you're able to act on them. You have the assistance of the divine. The sun is what warms us and what gives us vitality. The sun is considered in mythology as bringing healing, which healing is what? Healing is wholeness. Healing is all parts interacting as one in a synchronistic, coordinated fashion. So you have everything you need to do this. And when I say you have everything that you need to do this, you have everything you need to plug that hole by getting the information that you need to learn to relax into your success. to learn to relax into your abundance. And this is where spirit is leading you into learning how to relax into your abundance. This talks about getting in touch with that feminine power. We've got the yin and the yang. And so the yin and the yang with, a lot of us are really good at that masculine power. So feminine power and masculine power, I like to think of like this. If you picture back in the old days when people had to cut wood for fire, for warmth, and for food, imagine having a married couple. The woman would say to the man, I need some firewood to keep the house warm and to make supper. And then what would she do? She's the feminine. She would wait. And what would happen with the masculine, the man? The man would go out and cut a tree up and bring in enough wood for her to make supper and to warm the house. So the man, the masculine, is out there doing. He's the rubber on the road. He is making things happen in the tangible. The feminine, the female, is saying, this is what I need. And then hopefully she's saying, thank you. But she's receiving, she's more receptive. She's not the rubber on the road. She's the one with the open bag out trick-or-treating. Do you have anything good for me? Okay. So this is basically the universe is going to be leading you into finding that feminine energy of saying to the universe, I need some wood for my cook stove. And then just relaxing and knowing that the universe knows exactly where that wood is and exactly how to get it to you. Just like the man knows exactly where the trees are and the axe is and exactly how to bring that wood in the house. So there's a place for both energies. We all have masculine and feminine, and there's a place in our lives for both. So spirit is actually leading you into finding that feminine energy where you can relax into your success and relax into your prosperity and your abundance. Because apparently you're great on the masculine energy. This is where, for you, the feminine energy is not where you're not so good on. So people who are great on the masculine energy, they can be out there beating their heads against the wall, doing. The rubber's on the road, they're doing, but somehow it just slides through their fingers and things just never seem to come of it the way they want things to come of it because energetically they're not lined up with what their purpose is, what their goal is, what their target is, what would make them be successful. So when you get up lined up energetically and you're letting the universe know, this is what I would really like to have, then the universe can send you messages and inspirations and nudges, especially if you already read tarot, you already practice, you're sensitive to energy. Then you're just opening yourself up to those nudges and you're doing those things that are bringing you success. Maybe spirit gives you an incredible idea about an invention that nobody else has really tapped into. And actually, I believe spirit does that. Like when spirit has an idea, I think he disperses it to a lot of people, and somebody acts on it, and some people don't. And so you get to be that one in that feminine energy that you're like, oh yes, thank you. That's a fantastic idea. And then you get to take that into masculine and make the rubber meet the road and bring that reality into material. It is a happy and beautiful day. So that's where I see this going for you. And I may have gotten way more specific than what you really needed or what you were really looking for, but um, yeah, that's what I see. That's what I see, baby. So if anybody else needs any questions answered, because I know I only just hit one today, I do offer 1 and 2 question readings on my website. If you guys would like to have a live reading with me, those are also available on my website. All you have to do is get a hold of me. All my contact information is there. And thank you all for being here so much. I do appreciate it, spending some of your precious time with me today on a weekend, beautiful Saturday day. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Glad you're here. I'm just getting ready to walk out the door. You'll have to go back and re-listen. I apologize. Um, But thank you all for being here. Thank you for the thumbs ups on the video and for sharing this with others. And of course, thank you to those of you who are getting private readings and Reiki sessions and doing the super chats when you can and all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys so much because it's because of you that I get to do what I love to do for my living. Everyone have a fantastic Saturday. Peace out.